Your computer's blown up.
Oh, bloody Apple.
Stay of that. Rig check, rig check.
Can you go down, please? Your seat's really high. Actually,
This is about right. This is. In fact,
not.
you're still taller.
It's not.
Than,
Look how
I know, but
fucking-
I'm just saying. When we're stood
it's
up,
not.
when we're stood up, this is how much taller I am than you.
oh my God.
Rainbows and pretty things. Do you like my tie?
I do. It's not very you, is it? Do you like my new hair? I've gone for the centre parting today.
You normally go for the centre.
No,
parting.
I've gone side parting.
Really?
The last 6. Yeah.
I didn't notice.
No, you give a shit, can you?
No, not really. Welcome to 2023. And what a year it's going to be. We're going to smash it this year. I've got a
We
feeling.
are.
We're going to absolutely
Roger it.
batter it.
Yes.
Like a haddock.
I've got very good feelings.
Do you
about this
batter
year.
haddock?
I've battered my haddock before, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. I've battered your dad's haddock before as well. It's going to be good. And of course,
Like a kedgeree.
my mum used to make a mean smoked salmon kedgeree.
She fucking
Yeah,
did.
she did fucking
Your mum's
did.
kedgeree was
Yeah.
absolutely
You smashed her kedgeree, didn't you?
gopping.
You
Yeah,
smashed her kedgeree.
Oh,
Yeah.
the aromas from that kedgeree.
Ah.
And I think we've stumbled across, not stumbled, obviously we have an incredibly intelligent marketing department, which is basically us. But the big news is the cinema BBB Bavaria was an absolute success. And it was probably one of the best things I think we've ever done.
Oh, without doubt. I mean, there's lots of people will go, well, we said this on the Q&As at the end. We said this was the best thing. Unanimously, we both agreed that this was the best thing we've ever done. And it's not so much, I'm not going to ruin it for you, Budget by Battle Bavaria is brilliant. But it's not so much that, it's the cinema, it's the live events, it's the interaction with you guys. And I said to everyone at the cinema, it is like being in a room with 300 of your mates. That's what it feels like. Genuinely.
Yeah,
and that's what everyone else says as well. It was apart from the one woman who walked out, I think it was a great success.
Great success! Well, welcome. Nothing like a last-minute bit of panic. So the microphone system doesn't work. We haven't got any audio yet, but we're all good. I mean, we were editing this 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. So yay! But this is the first time, and all these people in this room are going to be part of the next generation.
Making history.
We are
That's what
making
it is.
history.
Making history.
So let's do it. Have you got anything written like wank on your desktop or anything?
No, but I can get something. Shall I get a... it's too late now.
Toil and sweat, this is. Toil. As you can see, there's quite a lot of people here, and it's a little bit stressful, but I think we'll get there in the end. Everyone seems to be being kind. I mean, these guys are a bit dodgy, so yeah, they got the beers, so we're all right. But it's just the logistics. Everything else is good, so yeah, I'm just going to try and run up and down the queue and entertain people. I guess might get a beer. It's stressful, but it's amazing to see just how many people have turned up. It's honestly, it's amazing. So thank you all.
And I'm not going to lie, there is some scat. And it's not funny, it's like, there is. So, you're just warning.
No, 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 no! There you go, Matt, yes. So those people that came, honestly, thank you so much, because you basically paid for all of it.
Yeah.
So, and that extra bit of budget means that now we know it's a success. We know the content is a success. We've known that for a while. We know how to market it and actually extract a decent amount of money from it, so we can put more into the next one, and then that means we can go further, longer, harder. But there's no reason why Budget Bite Battle Thailand or America or Afghanistan couldn't happen.
I mean, can you imagine the carnage that we could get away with putting in the cinema in Thailand?
Yeah, Bangkok. We could go to it's a ping pong ball thing, isn't it? Like a championship.
Yeah.
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 So honestly, thank you so much. It's been amazing. And apologies also for why we've been a bit quiet. We've just been dealing with that. But now that's done and out the way, and what an amazing relief. I'm still high from it.
I am. I mean, just going back... Hang on.
What are you doing? You're going to fart? Oh, for fuck's sake. Mate, I can't believe you.
I want to do it in the mic.
It was nowhere
It won't
near
smell.
the mic.
It won't smell. It doesn't smell. It doesn't smell. It doesn't smell.
Anyway, carry on with your conversation. Whatever you were saying.
So let's go back. So this Budget Bite Battle, this is not just... I'm not doing a disservice to the YouTube stuff, but this isn't just a shitty YouTube video, a low-rent YouTube video. We put a fair bit of effort into making it as good as we can be with the audio, with technical glitches aside, the audio, and just to make it a little bit special. And of course, we had the added bonus of putting things that we could do that we couldn't put on YouTube into the film. But all of that build-up, it was. I'm not going to lie, it was the most stressful time.
We were sat in this room.
Yeah,
three hours
before. Yeah.
3 hours exporting files because we saw a mistake.
Yeah.
And then we had to go and play it to 400 people, and that was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it? Doing
the biggest night first.
the biggest, and we only have one guest list, and we're like, "What's your name?" Yeah. And
we learned from the mistakes.
We did, and it got slicker and slicker and better and better. So, but yeah, it's definitely happening again. But thank you very much. And I know there's so many of you that still haven't got the memo about it's all going to go on YouTube. So
not all of it.
Apart from,
no,
everything that we can show on YouTube is going to go on YouTube. So do not fret, do not panic. This is now Monday, so the first episode is probably going to be in about 7 days' time, isn't it? That's what we're aiming for.
Yeah.
So if we don't do that, then sorry. But that's what we're aiming for. So don't worry, the whole thing's going to be on YouTube. And if you want to see the director's cut thing, which is the cinema version, we are going to have to take a couple of bits out just because YouTube won't allow it. But it'll be 99% the same as what the cinema guys have seen. Then all the members, you wonderful members, you get to watch it for free. Don't have to pay anything.
Yep.
Thank you so much. And obviously, if you want to join up as a member, you can.
Feel free.
Feel free. And even if you did and cancelled it next month, that's okay as well. But hopefully you stay a member and support it because we can do more stuff with it. So, yeah, I think, again, a final thank you. It was amazing, and it's really set us up for this year. So it's brilliant. We're super psyched for this year, and we're going to stop going on about it now because we've taken up quite a lot of your valuable time over the last few months with it.
Don't apologise.
Huh?
Don't apologise.
Okay, well, fuck
Never
you.
apologise.
Well, like Jeremy Clarkson did, though, didn't he? He fucked that right up.
Prick.
I like him.
Well, yeah, cool. You love him. Yeah.
I don't love him.
You are the motorcycling version of Jeremy Clarkson.
Successful, talented, used to smoke.
Obnoxious.
Yeah, but it's a character, though, isn't it? I'm not like that in real life, am I?
No, not at all.
Am I?
No. Talking of Budget Bite Battles, so a lot of you have been asking about Budget Bite Battle Reload, or as if you're not familiar with the name, Budget Bite Battle. What was it called? That was
Africa.
it. Just budget. Well, wasn't it? It was just Budget Bite Battle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was the
Budget Bite
original
Battle 1.
Yeah, Uno. So if you've been living under a stone, we bought the bikes back. And I've been currently it's almost finished. I need to put the fairings back on the S-Rad, done loads to it. There'll be another video out probably just after this with the sort of final bits. And as we're recording live from the studio. I can see Chris's ZX7R. It's basically just a frame and engine.
Yeah. But the good news is we've been waiting for forks for ages for the ZX7R project, and the forks have arrived. They're here, and should I get them?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll get one of them. Yeah. Because they are pretty sexy. So here we have the fully reworked by the beautiful crafted hands of James at JHS Racing.
You will.
These are the original forks from the ZX7R, but we've anodized the top tubes black. We've got gold stanchions, and then we've repowder coated and sorted out all these bottom bits. The feet. They're called fork feet? What are they called? Legs. Are they legs?
Botties.
They're not fork legs.
Botties.
Yeah. The high-tech trainers. So in here, we've also got a Nitron cartridge kit. So this is totally updated. So we've got compression and rebound in each one. So it should be ruddy bloody lovely. So thank you, James at JHS, and thank you, Nitron, for providing us with such goodness. And I can't wait to get this back on the bike, because then I can finally take it off the ABBA Skylift, which has been on for about
A year.
over a year now.
Is it?
Yeah. And then I can put the clip-ons on, and I can take the swing arm out, which is supposed to happen because all the bearings are screwed in that. So, yeah, I've got a lot of
Needs
work.
a good lick of paint out as well, doesn't it?
It needs everything. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. But
You're running quite high there, Chris. You want to be that high?
well, okay,
Is
that better?
You were just sort of like you're sort of talking into it like that.
like a G. Great.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of the SRAD, similar to you, Chris, I cannot wait to ride it. There's so many bits gone onto that, and I can't wait to feel what the swing arm feels like. The Nitron shock, the forks. Obviously, I've got GSXR 600 front end in there, right?
Yeah, just checking.
And yeah, just buzzing to get going. So the original idea, and I still want to do this. I want to start at Hotel Las Vegas, but Chris, I think have you got nightmares still?
I've got nightmares. It's just yeah, I just don't know what the story. I don't know if that's the most important part of the story that we've got to tell.
I don't think the important part is getting on a ferry from Portsmouth either. So
No, but I would start in somewhere else in Spain, further down. It's 800 kilometers or something.
Okay. 500 miles over a few days.
If you want to do it over a few days, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think the bit I want to look forward to is digging out the old footage and then doing a lap comparison, like overlay with the new bikes, with all the new, well, not new bikes, but the ones that actually work properly.
Yeah.
Over the top of the older ones, and then just see what the differences in lap times are with all of the amazing stuff we put on the bike. So, yeah, it's exciting.
I mean, it's going to be quite unfair because we're going to have newer tyres for starters from Bridgestone. We're going to have a lot more kit on the bike. I mean, it's going to be.
Well, it's
going
not.
to be.
I'd
I say 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, there's no unfairness.
No.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's just going to be interesting. I mean, I didn't add up how much we've technically spent on these bikes. It's a lot.
Worth weight. I mean, the wheels are worth more than the bikes, aren't they? So
yeah.
But who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's only money. They look cool.
Yeah, so end up definitely going back to Almeria, and then we were talking of going to another track. Should we go to another track? No, it's not really that necessarily.
Let's see what happens.
I mean, I would actually like to go to Africa, but it's just too much of a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
Right, this is the big news. I mean, cinema was big. I think this is bigger.
What is it?
We're hiring.
Oh, yes. Yes, so this is your opportunity. Again, during the Q&As, there was lots about what you're going to do this year, what's going on. And we've come to the realisation that I think we've known for a while that we're at the limit of capacity.
Absolutely on the limit.
For us too.
Yeah.
So this is now your opportunity to come and join 44 Teeth and be part of our team and help spread the workload, because we could shoot something and then hand it off to an editor, someone capable, obviously, that knows what they're doing. And then rather than us doing it ourselves and spending all that time, we can be on the next project. So it's just going to up the level of content. So ultimately, we're looking for like a tech editor, all-round good person, male, female, whatever, don't care, no preconceptions here.
Female would be beneficial.
I mean, yeah.
I was a joke. I was a
Oh.
joke. It was
So we're looking for like a technical genius, I suppose, like someone who has got the skills that we need. So
to pay the bills.
To pay the bills. So ideally, editor first and foremost.
Absolutely. You have to be au fait with Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Yeah, and have talent to operate it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the two go hand in hand.
Ideally, you've got some sort of videography experience as well, which would be great, so you can give us a hand on the shoots and generally be an all-round nice person that you think you could fit in with our gang. And the first stage of the interview for this is we want you to create a film, anything, can be long, short, whatever you think, and the title of which will be called I Should Work with 44 Teeth Because, and then you put that on YouTube, and then we'll sit down and review your work and see how you get on.
So you can either make it public or you can put it to.
I think they should make it public.
Well, but there's some people. I get some people don't want to make it public.
Yeah, but we're in the social media space. Just make it public. Be brave. And if you, and it's a good delicate skill to learn, because if there's something you don't want in the public arena, you need to have the delicacy to cut it out or not.
Okay.
Public. That's the whole point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then from then on after that, we were gonna
sift through the guff and get to the good. And we aren't going into details yet. We need to whittle down potential candidates into. I mean, there's obviously going to be some chances. There'll obviously be some fine people. We need to separate those two. And later on, we will discuss the next step of probably the second interview, because there will be an interview, obviously. We won't go into final details yet. We just want to get you guys on board and showcase what you can do, basically. Yeah. And I think it really is an open book. We've told you what to do, but without trying to help you too much, don't just make a video telling us why you should work for 44 Teeth.
Yeah.
Go to town.
Yeah.
Because this could be your big chance.
Impress us.
Yes.
And it could be a foot in the door to the industry.
Yeah.
I mean,
look at us.
Exactly. But who's to say, that you might not, you might get on here for a few years and then start actually doing reviews, flyaways. Who knows?
Yeah.
The world is open. So good luck, and we hope to see you soon. Yeah. Okay, what else we got then?
Well, just a quick shout out for the merch, Chris. We were all rocking the 44 Teeth retro hoods at the cinema throughout the week. By the end of the week, they did smell a little bit. Kebab juice and fanny batter all over them.
You had fanny batter on yours?
Yeah.
You lucky bastard. Although
there was someone whipping up a meringue in the first row. So
although, just quickly, the funniest comment I had was I was just, when we took a load of pictures with everyone, and there was this youngish dude there. This was in Guildford, and what I thought was maybe his girlfriend or sister or something. Anyway, we were in for a hug, and then just as it was like the say cheese bit, he went, "My mum fancies you," and it was so awkward because that was his mum.
But you didn't know.
But I didn't know, and I was like, "What? No, that's your sister. Here's my number." And then I fucked his mum. So.
You just totally lost my train of thought.
So go and buy the hoods.
So basically, we've done another limited run because the last one was so limited. Limited runs don't really tend to go so well. Don't know why. But these sold within 2 days. So we're doing another limited run, which again is very limited. So there's a link in the description. They are pre-order, so you should get them within a week. But well, Chris, we've got some racing news.
Yes. Well, you can do this one.
Okay.
Because you're the racer.
Well, no.
I'm the chaser.
Actually, you're the racer too. Well, haven't we actually confirmed yet? Anyway,
hopefully we
broke the very special news to the fine folk at the BBC Cinema tour that we will be racing.
That probably won't sound very good.
I'll put a drum roll over the top.
Okay.
The BMW F900R Cup at BSB this year.
British bloody superbikes.
British superbikes.
The bloody superbikes.
The bloody from Free Tech to BSB. Now,
Free Tech to what the heck?
Free Tech, what the heck? So we're going to be racing the BMW F900R Cup bike, supplied by the fine folk at BMW, and we'll try not to crash it too much. So the idea is this: there are 6-7 rounds, and we're going to split them up into myself, Christopher Akabusi, and Michael Boothlier. Now, we're just waiting for a special dispensation for Chris because you've only got a novice license, but should have a clubman.
And Boothie.
Boothie will be fine.
Yeah. But round of applause.
Round of applause, Boothie. Yeah.
For Boothie to actually.
Yeah. I
Be
mean,
even considering it.
Also, he was at the cinema with us for the whole week, which is great to see him. But yeah, he's finally told his fiance that he's going to go back racing. I think she was okay with it in the end after some convincing, especially
and a couple of gin and tonics.
And a couple of gin and tonics.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Boothie plans as much time as possible. He's ready to ride. He can ride a bike. The thing is, his bones are still like Ryvita, so they're going to take a few months more to recover. And the plan is he'll do the last couple of rounds. Chris will do the middle, or as soon as he gets a license, and I'll do at least the first one, and get that out of the way, which is Silverstone, April the something, the first round of BSB. So it's super exciting. And the reason we wanted to mention this, part of the reason we wanted to mention this, is because we're looking for a title sponsor. So there'll be 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, there'll be obviously the 7 rounds. There'll be numerous videos with testing and racing, etc. So why not come along and be a title sponsor?
Can we paint the bike, or do they?
Yeah, we can do what we want.
So it can be any colour. We can
any colour. Your company here.
Nice.
Anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we get like Love Honey or Durex?
Well, we did. I'm not sure if Love Honey are still watching.
Or Manscaped.
Love Honey were actually originally, when they first started, they were a startup company in Bath, where I used to work at Fast Bikes for Future Publishing, and we were talking to Love Honey about sponsoring the British Supersport team with James in 2008, and they were on board, and unfortunately something happened, which I can't go into, but yeah, I'm sure
terrible vibrator accident.
Yeah.
Petrol-powered vibrators, not a thing.
So, anyway, bottom line is we're looking for a sponsor, so please come on board, get in touch with us, hello@44teeth.com, and we'll send some proposals over. Thanks.
So, still in the world of racing, it's obviously a fresh new year. Last year, we were treated to an epic MotoGP, epic World Superbikes. So, who's the movers? Who's the shakers? Who's gone where? And what's their underwear like?
What a mare.
Camembert.
Jerry,
Sur la mer. Do we actually know? No, all right. And that was the movers and shakers.
I think let's talk about. I think not the headline. One of the big headlines is Taron McKenzie going to World Supersport on a Honda. Now a lot of people are like, "Oh God, what are you doing?" Let's be clear. Are you one of those people? Yeah. Well, because you're not educated, and this is brilliant. I'm going to educate you, Chris.
Okay, go on then.
You thick fuck. So, Honda. This is a genuine HRC bike with HRC backing, and if you look at that Honda at the Northwest and road races this year with Davey Todd, that was the fastest bike out there, and a genuine 600 as well, apparently. And also the big thing is, okay, look, Taz is. I'm sure he won't mind me saying this. I don't think he'll probably win the championship this year, but this is a stepping stone. He has a guaranteed contract in World Superbikes on a Honda in 2024, and that is the reason he's done it. Why would you stick around in BSB for another season? Why would you just end up rotting like many others have rotted in BSB? I'm not doing BSB a disservice here, but it's a stepping stone for the world stage.
It's not a criticism of him. I'm just disappointed that Yamaha haven't made space for him.
No, somewhere. I am. Yeah,
and even if it was on an R6, it's like he's just won the best thing in this. The best national championship in the world, and it's like, his only option left is to go and ride a Honda. Don't know.
I think
it's a bit. I know people chop and change and jump around. That's absolutely fine, but it's disappointment rather than criticism.
I mean, you look at Brady Ray, won the championship, and he's getting a part-time fucking ride in World Superbikes. What a shower of shit.
Well, but it's just Europe ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's part-time.
Yeah.
So World Supersport Championship. I mean, the first three. Jorge Navarro, Stefano Manzi, both coming in from Moto2. Harry Truelove, shout out to the Brit. I mean, that's a tough old job, jumping on the Triumph. Marcel Schrotter, Nicola Buliger, Valentin Debise, Rafael de Rosa. Obviously, these are all ex-GP guys. Tasmac, Ollie Bayliss, Tom Booth Amos. Shout out to Tom. John McPhee. Whee! I mean, there's so many world-class riders, MotoGP race winners, but MotoGP class race winners, Moto2, Moto3, in that class, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And of course, World Superbikes. I mean, the entry list is insane. We've got the likes of, Hujima Flopper, Remy Gardner, coming back from Moto2 World Champion last year, no, the year before last.
Girl off on the BMW now, not the factory.
No.
Sykes back on the Kawasaki.
On the Pachetti. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, pretty useless feature, really, wasn't it?
BSB.
Big shiny bastards.
Big shiny bastards. Tommy Bridewell and Glenn Irwin heading up Paul Bird's Ducati PBM squad. I mean, who'd have thought that?
Well, I mean, they didn't have a very good year, as in the team.
No. My fucking balls.
Oh. They didn't have a very good year last year, did they? No. So something had to change. Without change, there is no change.
Christian Dillon to Moto Rapido.
Good. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be good.
Who else is coming to Yamaha? So we got Jason O'Halloran and Tim Neve. Love Tim Neve. That kid deserves everything, every shot he gets. So pumped for Timmy. Andrew Owen on the Honda alongside Tom Neve. So that's another another reunited partnership.
Tim and Tom.
Tim and Tom. Tom and Tim.
If you had twins, they're not twins, are they? Are they twins?
Tim and Tom are, yeah.
Yeah, because you both get letters growing up. T Neve. It'd be quite awkward, wouldn't it? I know Tim likes a chicken and stuffing sandwich, so egg mayonnaise. That's he's repulsed by egg mayonnaise. So if you're ever up against him, just give him a whiff of an egg mayo sandwich.
Rub egg mayonnaise all over his
foreskin. So here's another little item potentially which you may be able to help us with. We are looking to buy, build, create a 44 teeth super van this year. So we're doing a lot of traveling again. We need a sort of rig to take bikes, camera gear, have a little sleepover in the van. We're planning to do a lot of traveling this year. So we want to get like a what are they SC motorhomes,
SC
motorhome,
just on a much cheaper budget,
but just much cheaper. So if there are any van converters, manufacturers out there that want to help us out with that, it would be massively appreciated, because some of these things, even like a Sprinter, some of them are like 120 grand.
Yeah,
it's bonkers, and we can't afford that. So, or even if you've got one, a used one which is in good nick and whatever, let's have a little tickle. So again, contact hello@44T.
And my mate at VanWorks, who owns one of the biggest companies in the UK, won't help us. So cheers, Dave. Free bit of advertising for you though.
Well, it's not very good advertising, is it?
Get your rat out, get your rat out. Dun 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 dun. Get your rat out, get your rat out. Dun 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 dun.
So I want to open up.
I've got an itchy wig. Sorry, I've got an itchy head.
So again, I put a shout out for Get Your Rat Out on Facebook this morning, and loads of entries, brilliant, but I still don't think you're grasping the concept of Get Your Rat Out. It doesn't have to be rat bikes, but we're talking all the shit that we hate. The anodized, disgusting. The anodized bits, the mismatched colours, anodized bits.
Something you would hate to ride.
Shit stickers, shorty levers, tyre pens, anything like that. And this was sent in by a guy, I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry.
Those brake levers that are like knives.
Yeah,
knuckle dusters.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the guy who sent this in. I'll just spat on my my laptop here. This is a Panigale, and he's utterly fucking ruined it.
Red and gold is not a good look unless you're seriously into Christmas.
It's just the I don't even know where to start with this. This is, I mean, it's got
it's the red carbon fibre that is repulsing me.
I mean, I hate
and the grips.
I hate tricolor. I hate tricolor seats. I hate those fucking levers. I hate the grips. I mean, look at that. The gold rear sets next to the mounting plate. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm sure...
Although I do quite like the gold heat tape on the exhaust. But it's the gold plus the red knobbles, like on that... On that sort of shock rocker bit.
But look, I'm sure this is your pride and joy. Obviously it is, mate.
Did he send it in?
No, he didn't.
Oh, his mate did.
No, I'm so sorry. I didn't write your name down when I copied it from the email. Thank you so much for sending it in. But this is a prime example of get your rat out.
Oh, so he doesn't even know it's...
No.
Oh, no. I mean, it's all right. I mean... on a dark night, it's pretty good.
Get your rat out. So this is Oliver Martin's Phaser 600. I like the kind of half retro. What do you call it? Cafe racer attempt with the front light and.
Yeah.
But it's just a bit of a mismatch, isn't it? There.
Yeah, and the pillion top box rack thing.
Yeah.
It's sort of a bit. It doesn't really know what the project is, does it?
And if I were you, I'd rip that Black Widow exhaust sticker off. It just adds value to the bike if you take it off.
But it's not too bad.
It's
that
not
could
too
be
bad.
rectified in about 20 minutes, couldn't it?
Well, just by beating the front end off.
Smash hammer to the front, yeah.
And the back.
And the back, yeah.
Thanks, Oliver.
Cheers.
Get your rat out. So this is Mark Rivers and his beloved rat, a death skull emblazoned with smattering of anodized crap, 1999 Booser. He says, roast away, Sue and Jason. Well, I mean
this is a Hydra dipper's dream, isn't it? Oh, it might be airbrushed, actually.
I don't think that's airbrushed. Is it? I don't know.
I think it probably
Maybe
is. Yeah. It's, either way, it's fucking disgusting.
That is one of the most horrendous paint schemes I've ever seen.
I mean, what colour is it? Brown.
Browny or it's like my shit in the lay-by.
It is exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's obviously more solid, but yeah.
Yeah. I also like the horrendously the sort of levers. Those it's not quite a shorty, but those mismatched cheap levers.
Yeah.
Are they red? They're red levers, aren't they? To go with the orange/brown.
Like the funnier sort of really shit ones. It's kind of almost acceptable to ride, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, oh well.
Yeah.
Whatever. But that is actually
that's serious.
And it was probably quite a nice bike at the beginning of it.
I mean, Mark, you've absolutely rogered it.
Yeah, it's fucking embarrassing, mate. There's no... Imagine pulling up to take a girl on a date on that.
Well, you wouldn't.
No, just tell you to fuck off.
Get your rat out. So this is Craig Rollinson, and his Widowmaker TL. I mean, there's lots to like about this bike, and then you go and ruin it with those rear sets and the off-gold bobbin stand bobbins even.
And that seat
is
absolutely fucking hideous, isn't it?
I mean, how do people, and wavy discs, how do people make businesses out of those seats? I'd love to know.
Well, a lot of people buy them, don't they?
People like Craig.
Yeah. I mean, I have been looking at one, but only because...
For what?
For the GS. Only because there's yet again another, what are they called? Like a computer chip thing. What are they called? When they couldn't sell their bikes with the
Intel
headlight.
inside.
No, semiconductor.
Oh.
So there's another semiconductor shortage. So
Semicolon.
the bikes can't be made. The seats are fine. The heated seat is fine on the bike, but they can't actually make the computery bit in the bike to plug it into. So
Right.
So on my latest GS, I don't have a heated seat. Wunderlich, it's 700 quid to get one.
But that, yeah, more
So if
often,
anyone's got any
more often
options
not,
for
they're just covers. They're not seats.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Agreed. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Anyway. Also, shout out to Samco. You can get 10% off with the code on 44 Awards, link in description. I would have put a different colour on there.
So would I. I was going to mention that because red and blue looks like poo.
Thanks, Craig. Get your rat out. And the last one today comes from Moto Rev.
Rev.
Motor Rev.
Motor Rev.
Motor Rev. Anyway, motorcycle tours and reviews. 1983 Honda Express NC50 leaking 19-year-old jelly petrol in the car. Now,
That's not a rat. That is cool.
I mean, I'm going to put it out there because it's a fucking cool bike. Thank you for sending it in, but this really isn't rat. It is a bit of a rat.
It is rat, yeah.
But it's not. It's still cool, and there's nothing.
That's way cooler than that booster.
Oh, way cooler.
Like, if you turned up to take a girl out on that, she'd be slipping over in her own fanny.
Oh, definitely.
She? Yeah.
You need the slippery surface signs out for that.
Yeah,
but not
you'd have
that.
to put grip tape on the pillion seat.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit of wet and dry. And that concludes today's Get Your Minge Out. So please, next time, send in some.
Get your rat out.
Get your rat out, yeah.
Get your
And
minge
feel
out.
feel free to send in some readers' wives pics.
Yeah, I would like to do that as a feature.
Yeah.
Readers' wives.
Yeah.
So if you've got a hot wife, send in some pics.
But
Clothed
how
on
do we
you.
how do we know
We
it's-
censor it. How do we know it's their wife?
Yeah, because it could be.
They have to video call us
Yeah.
with the equipment out.
Yeah, and they have to come here as well.
Yeah. How you getting on then?
Well, it's good. It's the same that time of year again when I was wiping my ass around Christmas time and feeling new rolls that I've never ever had before. It was fucking
On your arsehole?
yeah. No, when you reach round and you go oh,
Yeah.
and
The crease.
I mean, yeah. I'll say my piece quickly because I mean, obviously you're a fucking snake racing athlete these days, but obviously with the racing, there's added motivation, and I want to be fast. I want to be fit, and definitely having a bit of a carrot dangled in front of you, bit of a dangler. It definitely helps. So at the moment, I'm just eating well. Back on the 16/8 diet, not eating shit. And when we go to Pizza Express later, I'll have a Super Leggera, 600 calories, with a rocket in the middle. But yeah, I've done some damage to my ACL again, so I'm waiting for that before I can do any training again. So
How did you do that?
Western Beach Race.
Oh.
So I can't do any running, which is the real major issue. I have been cycling a bit.
Can you walk?
I can walk, not very well. But again, that's a pain in the arse. But what about you, Chris?
Well, I just continue to either maintain or lower my body weight. It's I'm 91 kilos now,
Yeah.
which is
I mean, have you got
under.
worms
I think I might have some sort
or
of
AIDS
illness.
or cancer or something?
Yeah, I think I might have some sort of illness. But it's easy, and the secret is walking. Like it's the most ridiculous thing. Even CF Moto Muscle Man Jack, he's like, he's walking now. He loves it, and because you're in that fat burn window, and yeah, it's amazing. So that's 100 and what were we beginning 108 down to 91.
Yeah.
I mean, last week was a bit tough with eating out.
Eating
all of
McDonald's
those.
at 2 a.m. after we finished packing the van.
Yeah, so that was quite difficult, and trying to get out and have the time to go for a walk around Birmingham city centre wasn't the best. But yeah, walking just works, and it's free.
I've got to call you out on something though.
Oh, okay.
I promise I'll call you out. So you said you get your heart rate to like 130 or something walking.
Yeah.
That I tried that and it doesn't work.
You're not walking fast enough. I'm on it. If you walk up a hill quickly, briskly, your heart rate will be 130. My resting heart rate is like 55. We can try it. Let's try it in a minute. There's a hill over there.
Tried hunching over a speeding fist.
Well, no, that's not going to get your heart going as much.
Oh, it does.
You should try an antidepressants, mate. Arm pump. But yeah, so yeah, I think now I think I've lost all the weight I need to lose. I just need to now
Buff up.
Yeah, like tune it into a bit more strength gains. So yeah. And also, just on another, it's not really fat check stuff, but I'm taking a load of supplements. I'm seeing this new suppers.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this new therapist woman who's also a nutritionalist and Buddhist, and it's really good. But a lot of it, the diet thing and these supplements, I'm seriously deficient in lots of areas. I've got some blood tests going, and nothing serious, but honestly, these supplements I've been on for the last 2 weeks have made me feel so much better. And then last week, the BBB, not one panicky hangover. I know we weren't drinking, but I would get really ill off one pint, and that didn't happen at all. So, check out some supplementaries. Go and see a nutritionist if you have horrible hangovers.
Or go and see your mate and get a G down the pub on Friday night.
Although that would probably make you feel pretty panicky in the morning.
Masturbate.
So what are we masturbating today, Chrissy?
Well, this is more of a is it a mass moan? Is it?
It's a mass rant.
I think we're both on the same side of this one.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think finally, thank to Allah and Jesus as a combination of religious icons, people are finally seeing that the electric vehicle
facade
rampage and this rush to kill internal combustion engines by 2030 is just not going to fucking happen. And people are suddenly like, oh yeah, maybe the maths don't work out. Maybe we don't have enough minerals in the world to actually make it. Maybe we don't actually have clean energy. Maybe there's nowhere to actually charge the bloody things.
The joke that was at Christmas with all the waiting
Teslas
4 hours in a fucking service station up and down the UK.
Yeah, because we've had a particularly
fuck
cold.
off.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But yeah, and finally it's like, oh yeah, they don't work quite as well as cold. Look, if you want to go out and buy a Tesla because it's a really cool car and you want to go really fast, got no problem at all. You do whatever you want to do. It's your money. But if you're going to go and do this for the sake of the environment, you're doing the wrong thing. Just keep your existing vehicle.
100%. I mean, the depreciation levels of Tesla. I mean, the Tesla companies at the moment is fucked, isn't it? Share values are plummeting.
Yeah, but that's an Elon Musk Twitter thing.
Yeah. But the cars themselves have always depreciated. As soon as they leave the showroom, they depreciate. Obviously, every new car does. But with one with 10,000 miles at a few years old, it's half the cost.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to? I mean, let's not pick on Tesla, but you take any big electric vehicle in 8 years' time. Do you think you've probably spent 90 grand on it if you bought one now? Do you think you're going to sell it for anywhere near that? No. Who's going to buy one? And it's a con.
It's something you touched on the other day. So I was driving down. Where were we driving back from? Newcastle on last week, and driving down the M1 past Sheffield, and
lovely.
You get the 60 mile an hour speed limit
due to air
quality. I mean,
I'm sorry. How can you even?
I'm not going to jump on your conspiracy bandwagon, because. You will talk a lot of shit.
You will one day.
But this really is a fucking joke. So reducing the speed limit by 10 miles an hour in the hope to catch some speeders and make a bit of money will reduce the air quality enough to warrant that.
Two major things stick out to me. What if you have done the right thing and bought an electric car? The speed you go is kind of irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to make any difference because you're an electric car, so you're not emitting anything from the pipe hole. And then the second thing is speed cameras and all of those gantry things, they encourage you to slow down because you don't want to get caught for speeding, let's face it. And then what do you do as soon as you've gone past it? You speed up.
Yeah.
And you put more pollutants into the air. So just let people do their own thing. And it's like in the name of, oh, well, no one can complain about this. Let's just do that for the sake of the environment. Do you think it makes one shitty bit of tiny fuckhole difference if 300 cars go 10 miles an hour slower versus building all these brand new coal power stations in other areas of the world? No, it makes absolutely dickle difference.
Let's get some positivity. Let's end on some positivity, Chrissy, shall we? Because finally, there seems to be some breakthrough with biofuels and hydrogen-powered cars and motor vehicles in general. What do you reckon to that?
Still, in fact, I was listening to an interesting podcast the other day, and even if hydrogen is going to be a thing, to create that consistent and clean and safe volume of hydrogen that we'd need is incredibly difficult and actually really quite dirty to create it. And I think hydrogen's the smallest molecule known to man, and even containing it without any leakage is going to be really difficult. And the Hindenburg was filled with nitrogen, so that didn't go too well. I mean, you've got a load of hydrogen. So you've got a load of hydrogen bombs basically driving around at really high speeds. So I'm not sure. Honestly, I think
Biofuels.
here's what I don't. I think it's just the next thing that the companies and governments can extract money from you for. That's all it seems to be. And who wants to get the 12 billion pounds of grants have gone into this electric shit recently? And you're just like, for what? Where does that go?
Yeah.
Where does it go? It goes to car
Back to the
manufacturers.
Tories.
Yeah, it's not even party political. It's all of them. They're all fucking at it. And if it was, I'll leave you with this. If it was truly about lowering emissions, which, I mean, I could go on this subject for ages, but if it was truly about that, the encouragement from the governments would be, if you buy a brand new car and you keep it for 10 years, we'll give you your tax back on it. We'll encourage you to do that, because it's creating these objects is the bit which has the biggest carbon footprint, the biggest debt to environmentalism. Creating them. We should be encouraging people to look after mobile phones. There's no reason why a mobile phone can't last 5 years. It should do. But instead, this inbuilt obsolescence makes things break. So then the manufacturers of all of these cars, phones, whatever, go, oh, well, hang on, why would we make something last 10 years when we can sell another one in 3? And that is a fact. That's what happens. So fuck the system.
Well, personally, I'm looking forward to a diverse range of alternatives to the internal combustion engine, aka the ICE. So I truly believe biofuels will bring something new to the table, and hopefully we can all run our bloody 1994 916 on biofuel and it'll be all right. Which probably won't happen, but
no, but I think, yeah, and don't get me wrong, brilliant. That's where the investment should be in new technologies. It shouldn't be in just constantly flogging this electric message, because I can promise you now, I'm willing to put £1,000 bet right now that there's no way that the UK's target of 2030 banning of all combustion engine new production will happen. It's just not going to happen. I can promise you that. That's only 7 years away. We're kind of in charge of fucking things. Anyway, but I do think there is a solution, and I think the solution's been, honestly, I reckon all the big oil companies bought up all the patents 30 years ago. Because do you remember that program Tomorrow's World? Years ago. Every week there'd be a new car that ran on water, and this was in like 1978, and it would be pretty decent. So all of that technology, it all exists. All we're in now is this process of just trying to make the rich even richer, and greed is everywhere, unfortunately. Another really simple thing you can do to help the environment is just buy a house closer to where you work. Why aren't they encouraging that?
or work from home.
Yeah, but if you have any other, what do you think is going to be the next form of propulsion? It could be like a cool electromagnetic thing. Who knows? Or should we just fuck all of this technology off and just go back to horses? Why not? Why do we have a right to continually design new computer systems that plug into our brain? Like, why? Why do we need Amazon delivery bots that we see all these things? Have you seen those stupid little things?
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Going up. But what's wrong with a postman? It's actually someone's job, or a woman. Somebody's job. Somebody's supporting a family. Someone's actually making a difference to communities. Like, oh, morning postie, all the old ladies that like to say hello in the morning. They're not going to say hello to a fucking robot, are they?
Robots don't strike.
They break down.
That was a joke, by the way. That was a joke. I've got a lot of postie mates. Don't hate, okay?
Pizza?
Anyway, well, I've gone off at the idea now.
Oh, by the way, are you a member of the Pizza Club now?
I am, yes.
The Pizza
yeah,
Express
Pizza Express Pizza Club, yeah.
I'll put it. Honestly, it's amazing. It takes my bill down. It's my weekly thing with my bi-weekly thing with my kid. Is we go for a Pizza Express, and you get a little reward pizza every time you go. And honestly, the bill's been like 50 quid, and with all the little benefits, it comes out at like 25. It's proper good. I'll put the code below, and you can get some free dough balls.
Anyway, thanks for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the show. Bye-bye for now.
Love you.